Hey everybody, it's Krispy Dreemz, and we're here watching time-lapse painting here of a painting that I did, and I made it into a time-lapse. And this time-lapse painting that I did is a painting, and I also did it, and then I made it into a time-lapse. Yeah. So I hope we can enjoy this time-lapse painting that I did together. And along the way, I might divulge a little bit of information that you might not have otherwise known prior to watching this video. For instance, if you did not know already, Paradise Lost, which featured John Milton, I believe, used 8,000 different words in whatever Paradise Lost is. I have these. I have this calendar that is like a desk calendar. It's like one of those calendars where you like rip off like a page a day kind of thing. And mine is like random numbers with like facts that are associated with those. Sometimes they're really cool. I think one of my favorite ones was the number was 2. And if I remember correctly, it said 2 is the number of weeks that a sheep can survive buried in a snowdrift. And you know, it just kind of makes you wonder how the hell they know that. What kind of circumstances led for that to occur, and how do they know it was 2 weeks unless they like, you know what I mean, like did it on purpose. Like buried the sheep in the snowdrift on like a Saturday, and then 2 weeks later on a Saturday they came and dug it out and it was still alive. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if that was the case, but yeah, they're cool. So every day I post the number on my Facebook account because I used to read these off at work to the people that I worked with, and I actually used to make it into a game too, because I used to play music where I used to work. Like I used to have speakers that I could plug my phone into that sat on my desk, and I would just play Spotify. So I would make it into a game, and I was like, if anybody can, whoever gets closest to guessing the number, you get to choose what I play on Spotify, for the first part of the day. And that was fun. So when I left, they were like, you gotta keep us posted, man. You can't leave us hanging on the number of the day. And they never failed to amuse me, that's for sure. The other day I did one, and it was like, the number of the day was 9, and it was 9 is the amount of yellow kernels of popcorn to white kernels of popcorn in your average bag of popcorn. And apparently, non-believers and all that decided to comment on my status and was like, is this true? This can't be true. There's no way that's true. And I don't know why that was like a preposterous proposal from the get-go. But I was like, alright, well, let me take some time. I'll do some digging, see if I can find myself a bit of evidence to back up the claim. And I did a Google search and I wasn't finding like anything, so I was starting to wonder like where they got this information from, you know. But then what I did is I go into my cupboard and I find a bag of popcorn. And I'll tell you what, when I ripped that bag of popcorn open to like count the seeds inside of it, I was not expecting to see what I saw. It was the nastiest, like, oily, greasy substance, like, and it was like pasted on there. I feel like there was more of that gunk than there were popcorn kernels. But anyway, that was gross. I literally had to, I took all the seeds out of the bag, and they were all covered in all this stuff, so I had to like, I literally washed the seeds with soap and water. Like in a colander. I washed them clean so that I could actually like handle them and not make a huge mess. And I set the colander up on the counter, and then I knocked the colander over. So now there were popcorn kernel seeds all over my floor. So I swept all the popcorn kernel seeds up and I put them back into the sink, and I washed them again. And you know, the second time I had washed them, I was a little bit more you know, diligent with where I set them down, thankfully, because I was already kind of like wondering what the hell am I even doing? I'm counting popcorn seeds, like, Jesus. But anyways, I counted all these popcorn seeds out, you know, and I what I could find online was that, you know, these are yellow popcorn seeds and these are white seeds. And to the best of my ability, after doing really stupid monotonous counting for kind of like no reason, the conclusion that I came to was 8.92 yellow kernels per white kernel. If you know, if my keen eye for popcorn kernels serves me right, which it might not. I really don't know what the hell I was looking at. You know, they all kind of look the same. You know, I don't know. What the hell do I know? All I know is that's the last time I'm ever like eating a bag of popcorn. I didn't eat that bag of popcorn, but I'm never gonna eat another bag of popcorn after that again. Two things. I suggest you double check my research, because I might be completely wrong on this, you know. Like I said, I'm not a popcorn kernel enthusiast by any means, but that's just what I saw. So that's one. So double check my stuff. And two, just like rip one of those bags open for a second and see what the hell's in there, because that's gross. It's so nasty. But popcorn's so good, though. It's so good. I love kettle corn. Remember those tins of popcorn that you used to get for Christmas? Back when you were a kid, it wasn't like a big deal. I enjoyed the research, though. It was fun doing something. Even if it doesn't matter, it was just fun doing it because it was fun to do it. You know, it was fun to have like a hypothesis that I was trying to prove right or wrong, or a theory. I guess it'd be a hypothesis, right? Or a claim. Now the end of this painting, I threw some splatter on it. I did that all outside though, so there wasn't really any way that I could successfully demonstrate that like I'm doing this. Like I could have set the camera up outside and you could have just saw me like whipping paint around like a maniac, but you know, I feel like you get the point that I was doing that from the effect that it portrays. But either way, it screams Buffalo to me. You can probably see why. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. And give me a like, give me a follow, whatever. Check me out. Send me a message, write a comment, mail me a letter, send me an email. I do have carrier pigeons as well, so, you know, keep a lookout. That's all I'm saying. Alright. Thanks again. Bye.